All right, week 2 of the college football season for 2025 just ended. So I'm going to give my top 25 because it's probably better than the AP polls, I think at least. Number 25, I got USC. I mean, they haven't played any great teams yet, but they do have an impressive roster. So they have the talent, they just haven't really proved their stuff yet. 24, I have Tulane. They're cutting it a little close with the South Alabama, barely beating them. But otherwise, I think they're one of the better group of 5 teams for sure. Like one of the best. Like 23 BYU. Once again, I mean they haven't played anyone great, but they're looking strong, and they haven't lost to anyone stupid. Like Arizona State, how do you lose to Mississippi State? And SMU, how do you lose to Baylor? 22, I have Clemson. I mean, I thought they were a little overrated when they were ranked 4, but they lost LSU. They have no run game. They barely beat Troy. They're lucky to even be in here. I'm in 22. 21 is Utah. I mean, they just look pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. 20, Mississippi or Ole Miss. I don't know. They're a strong SEC team. They don't have crazy wins yet, but they just are. I mean, that's why they're in the top 25. 19 is Michigan. A talented roster. They did lose to Oklahoma, who are ranked a bit higher. But I think they're a good team. 18, Iowa State. I am dropping them a little bit. After Kansas State, we realized kind of suck. So that win's not very impressive. And barely beating Iowa is kind of not great. 17, Texas A&M. I mean, they're going to do what Texas A&M always does. And just play well and then just mess everything up in the last couple weeks. But yeah, the talent roster, I think they're good. 16 is Alabama. I mean, they're an extremely talented roster. The recruiting is really good with Alabama. The execution is not there. The new coach is not there. But, I mean, I still got to put them high. I still think they're a good team. So, yeah, we have them at 16. 15, South Florida. This is the surprise of the century. I would never expect it, but they beat Florida. They destroyed Boise State. They're worthy of being here now. Number 14, Texas Tech. Maybe I'm overhyping them a little bit. They don't have a lot of stuff, but, I mean, they've just destroyed in both their games so far. They had a lot of transfer portals over the preseason. I'm putting them up there. 13, Illinois. They did kind of cut it close with Duke, but they're not losing. They were a good team last year. I'm going to keep them this high. 12, Florida State. Would not have expected this, but they beat Alabama. They won 77-3 over East Texas A&M. I got to put them up there. 11, Tennessee. Maybe I'm overhyping it a little. You know, they don't really have a defense, Tennessee, but their offense is like looking unstoppable. It's better than it's ever been. You know, in the last couple of years. Not really the best it's ever been, but and they're looking very strong, I think. I'm putting it at number 11. 10, South Carolina. They don't have a, I don't know, they don't have big wins, but I trust them. I think they're a good team. All right, I got South Carolina at 10. I don't really know, like, they're a strong team. I don't know. That's kind of what I can say. 9, Oklahoma, the Sooners. They beat Michigan, and they're looking impressive. I have them at number 9. Yeah, I'm running out of things to say. Number 8, Notre Dame. They did lose Miami, which is why I have them a little lower. But it's a legendary team with a high roster. I mean, yeah. 7, LSU. I'm ranking them a little lower. You know, the Clemson win is not as legitimate as it was. Now that we see Clemson are kind of... So, but yeah, I mean, I still got to put them at 7. It's a good win. It was 23-7, not the best win over Louisiana Tech, but it's still a win. 6, Texas. I have them lower than Ohio State because after they lost that, but they just beat San Jose State. They're a good team, obviously. 5 is Miami. Yeah, beat Notre Dame. Good roster up there. 4, Georgia. Destroyed Marshall. Georgia, they're always going to have good recruiting. The Austin, PA game, I think that's how it's pronounced. That was a weird game, but there's also weather delays, so I'm not really factoring that in. But yeah. 3, Oregon. I got to put them up here right up there. Just disemboweled. Oklahoma State, I forgot the team for a second, but 69-3. Big win over an FBS team. I mean, they have, yeah. 2, Penn State. I mean, they've been kind of not blowing out as much as I thought they would. They're weak teams they've been playing, but I mean, I got to put them number 2 still. I think they'll do well. Number 1 is Ohio State. Obviously, I mean, they beat Texas. Yeah, I just got to have them that high. And that's my top 25. The AP poll comes out later today as I'm recording this. It might be out by the time I finish this and upload it, so we'll see then But, you know, that's my top 25 for week 3. Goodbye.